What's up, y'all? Welcome to episode 22 of Contemplations with Austin. I almost forgot again today. Which is why I want to talk about resistance. Even when I sat down and recorded, it's 5:38. This might be the latest recording I have done on any episode. It just escaped my mind. It's so interesting. So today I want to talk about resistance. Because I've been noticing it come up. And I've been noticing what comes up inside of resistance. Hope everyone's doing well. This episode is brought to you by Antheos Holistics. We're getting ready to launch our inner sanctuary. It is the premium offering in the collective. We're going to have 14 calls a month, 5 different facilitators, women's circles, men's groups. Trying to bring someone in to do full moon, new moon ceremonies. I know the ladies will love that. Some cow ceremonies. And I'll be doing mini cohorts: Hermeticism, Path of Conscious Creation, Psycho-Spiritual Constructivism, all these other teachings, bringing in the biggest things that have changed my life and starting to teach that. Right now it is $77 a month, which is insane for the value. That's only going to last a week. And then we're going to be jumping it to $99 for 50 people and then up and up from there. So if you're interested, if you're looking at the community, we have a group chat. You get 24/7 access to text and ask me any questions. 14 calls a month right now, adding more. 5 different facilitators, bringing in breathwork instructors, whole lot of stuff. If you're already in the community, we'd appreciate the support. If you wanted to upgrade, obviously we're going through a big transformation and looking to be supported by the community so we can in turn support the community in a much more efficient and effective way. Good to be here with y'all. Resistance. Man, this 40-day devotional is showing me a lot, y'all. It's so, looking back, I committed to it in such a whim almost. How do I put this in a word? Almost oh yeah, it's just 40 days. But I've never consciously committed to something and then gone through a process this publicly before like that. And in my mind, it wasn't going to be what it's been. And it really does feel like every 3 days I'm in completely a different version of me completely. Meeting so many different parts of myself. I don't know if I talked about this in episode 1, but one of the primary reasons I did this is shout out Eric Godsey. He's one of my biggest teachers in this life. And he does these 4 times a year. He does these 40-day Dharmathons. I don't know if it looks exactly the same, but I know he sits, he commits to these 40-day processes of creating. His is a little different than what my thing is, but same, but different, And obviously a lot of this was about cutting cannabis out of my life for this 40 days to reemerge in a healthier relationship with it and eliminate some of the distractions. I think I talked about the tarot, and I had a channeling session, both telling me embodiment is the way through, and I knew that this would lead to it. And it's I've had so much come up, continues to come up in wild swings. I woke up today on fire. Now I'm in this wild, weird place, and I keep having these thoughts of am I going fucking crazy? Yesterday I had a cohort call, and it's so good. Man, if you've been in these cohorts, you get it. If you have not, I promise you. I mean, I've done a lot of work in this life. A lot of groups, a lot of containers, a lot of teachings, read a lot of books. Whatever this cohort is, I get I'm teaching it, and so I know there might be some resistance to receiving what I'm about to say because I'm leading it, and I don't feel like it's mine. I'm the vessel for this information to come through, and the information that's coming through, the way the community shows up for each other, what happens at the end of these calls, oh my God, these Q&As, oof, it's juicy. So much beautiful stuff happening in community. And I might be doing my last cohort ever in September, and then going evergreen, recording it. Self-guided, and then I'll hold space during the week for people's calls. I don't know, we're figuring it out, but yeah, my next enrollment's going to open up in a few weeks. It's the last one, 30 spots max in this last one. So things are changing, but I felt on fire yesterday, and then I woke up today feeling on fire, and then halfway through the day, it's I enter this field of information or energy or process or part. I don't even know what the fuck to call it. I'm so exhausted of all these words too. I feel so much changing in me, in the collective, in the community. The more we talk about what we're moving through and seeing each other in our parts and what's coming up, it's such a wild experience, y'all. So I want to talk about resistance. What is that? Let's contemplate together. One thing I've noticed about resistance, today I was on took a Cosmo on a walk. It's hard for him this time of year. I've been a golden retriever and it's so hot outside. I mean, we're just getting started too. But there's this walk by my house where I'll just bring my key and we'll go, and I have no phone, and it's like the best 90 minutes of my life because I can just, there's no computer, no screens, no distractions, no notifications. We just go on a walk. We're walking through this little, I don't want to call it a forest. It's this path through these trees, so it's shaded for them, which is nice. And I was just contemplating resistance. And one of the things I noticed inside of this is whenever resistance is online for me is when the temptations start coming through as well. Stuff I haven't even thought about, like weird shit, weird distractions and temptations and cravings. And it's like the resistance to whatever wants to be done, whatever needs to be done, is being met by some sort of distraction my part wants to cling or attach to give me an excuse to get out of it. And then I started having these thoughts of like, what if I didn't do an episode today? I start playing out this story. What would I tell people? It's so interesting. It's like when I realized I almost forgot, I started contemplating these ideas. And then I even go down the rabbit hole of what if I didn't do an episode? And I start playing with that idea. As if, like, I hope you understand what I mean. Like, I'm remembering that I didn't do it, so clearly I'm giving myself the opportunity to do it, yet I'm playing a game with myself and playing out the story as if I wasn't going to do the very thing that I'm thinking about I know I need to do. How often do we do that? How often do I do that and just don't notice? These little games that I play with myself. And so resistance. There's this truth I feel inside of resistance that, you know, I talk about, we talked about desire on the cohort call a lot yesterday, and just about getting so abundantly clear about what it is that you want in this life. Because if we're not clear, right, if you're just listening, I have my hands out as far wide and as back as I can. If I'm not clear, this is what I'm telling God. This is my desire. It's everything that fits in my hands. But the more clear I become, now my hands are like an inch apart. This is what I'm trying to say is the lessons and teachings, the catalysts that then show up in my life to help me become who I need to become to hold what I desire. If I'm not specific, the desires are out wide, or the teachings are out wide. The more specific I get, the more specific the teachings are. And so I do have this belief that inside resistance, I think a lot of times the reason that it comes up for me, again, this isn't about telling you how your life's going. I don't have the answers. The more I go into any of this, the more I realize I don't have the answers for shit. And this is part, I'm gonna diverge real quick because this is also alive. I've been talking about this lately. I have such a hard time with social media lately. It feels like even that's going through an evolution. I like freeze when I have an idea of what I want to talk about, and then I open it and I'm like, I don't even want to put effort into this. This is why I've appreciated this YouTube so much. Long form. We can explore ideas. We can go deep. We can get vulnerable and intimate. There's no hook lines. I don't need to conjure fear in order for you to stop and look or worry about what the title is and man, and I saw another person. I really respect their teachings today. And it's like, I don't even know if people see it, man. It was one of those talking head things where he played a video of somebody else talking and then gave his opinion. His whole thing is on about breaking down separation and judgment for each other to love everything. But your entire platform is now becoming, you play somebody else's video to judge them and tell us where they're wrong to stand in the hierarchy of your own idea. It's just a frequency it's hard for me to fuck with these days. Even thinking about this, I just got drained. I just feel like we're all moving through it. And maybe that's a projection. Maybe it's just me. But I feel like humanity is on this precipice. Is it just me? Man. Sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy. Sometimes it doesn't feel like I know what the fuck I'm doing. I've been feeling like that a lot lately. I've been feeling like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, man. Wow. I don't think I've said that out loud yet. And when I do, there's this freedom in acknowledging the truth of how deep I feel that. It's like, I don't know if I'm. Yeah, interesting. And I know that's just a part of me. And I know that's just a part. There's emotion to it, though. I can feel it wanting to surface. And I can feel my resistance because I'm in the middle of an episode. Not that I would feel zero shame if I cried. I would welcome it. But I notice the part that is in resistance to that. Because that's the honest truth. I'm going through a big transformation in my life. With how I serve, with what I do. These money stories are just so fucking loud. I've felt so much frustration at God lately. I've been expressing it too. I'll go on these walks where I'll just express frustration at God. Like, yo, I thought we were promised that if we show up in service that we're taken care of. I don't feel taken care of. And then I feel the victim in it, and then I feel the lesson in it, and it's like, yeah, but are you asking for support? And this is the thing. This is what's happening inside of all of it. Resistance. There's something about, yeah, back to the pre-divergence. There's something about, I have this belief that whenever we have a part that's ready to evolve, and what I mean by that is a part that is ready to heal, a part that is ready to integrate, whatever your framework is. I believe we're using so many different ways to explain such simple concepts, but we've overcomplicated so much of it that we use 40 different things to explain one process: the coming home to self, the integration of self, the empowerment of self, the sovereignty of self. Even those were just all different flavors of the same thing, you know? And when we're close to that process, it's like, yeah, how do I? It's like the closer we are to the process of that integration, the louder the part gets, which I believe is how resistance manifests itself. It's the part. It's the part throwing its last ditch effort at not changing. It's the part doing what it can to protect itself. It's all benevolent. I believe that. I believe every our sickness, our suffering, our patterns, our programs, our pain, our anger, our rage. I believe all of it is in protection. It's benevolent. It's a wounded part of ourself that's just trying to stay safe. And so it shows up in these different ways. And right now I'm feeling that resistance. And in that resistance, I notice the mind reaching for distractions and cravings and behaviors and patterns and habits that I have either put down temporarily or for good that just randomly reared their head. And I almost get caught up in it. Like, why is I here again? It's like, but wait, there's deeper meaning to this. There's deeper meaning to everything. Because I believe that everything is a spiritual experience being made manifest for us to learn from it. There was even that. I was walking Cosmo this morning. And I have these moments where I literally forget everything I teach. I'll catch myself in these thought loops or victim mindsets or whatever it is, whatever's alive in the moment. And it's like I feel so distant from the very thing I offer. And then I catch it. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, literally, it's this. And then bam, I'm back in. So it's like, maybe that's some permission for all of us. That there's no expectation that we're supposed to get things right. Shit I've been working on for 6 years will rear its head. And it does to remind me of the work, to remind me of the lesson, to remind me of the teaching, to remind me of the parts of myself I've forgotten. And when I'm able to play inside of that, like, oh, there it is again. What's up, man? There's so much freedom to it. And then there's times where it doesn't feel like play. And that's okay too. Resistance. That feels complete. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for those that are sticking in and watching these. It means a lot. It really does. Yeah, not a lot else to say. Appreciate y'all. Enjoy. Rest your night. And at 5:55 p.m., I'm signing off. Have a blessed day.